from San Francisco, California. This is the Rock and Roll Geek Show. This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
Welcome to another episode of The Lonely Kayaker. Your friend Michael Butler here. I'm in Half Moon Bay again, trying to watch the skunk off of me, trying for salmon. Last time I was out here, well, everybody seemed to catch one except for me. I got one little scratch on my bait. So I'm changing up the bait this time. Last time I was using anchovies that were soaked in this red stuff that I got from Sportsman's Warehouse. It's supposed to be rockfish attractant. Everybody else, I'm pretty sure, was using a brined anchovies or herring. So this time I'm using herring that's brined in kosher salt and bluing liquid. We'll see how that works.
Did you make it past the reef yet?
Bluing liquid is some sort of laundry thing, and it gives them a bluish tint. So we'll see how that works.
It's a little bumpy.
Somebody's saying it's a little bumpy outside.
That's breaking on the reef.
So we'll see how it goes. There's a bunch of boats going out, big boats. I got here about 6 o'clock, and there were already about 20 kayakers almost completely loaded up, ready to go out and fish. So I'm getting a little bit of a late start. It is 6:44 now. I'm almost at the Jaws. At the paint store, one of the guys who works at the paint store, the manager, has a boat, and his partner of the boat went out to Half Moon Bay about 2-3 miles out and caught bluefin tuna, which is unheard of this far north. They're usually down by San Diego. 125-pound bluefin tuna. I think they caught 2. So I think all these party boats and charter boats are out and making a mad dash to try to get some bluefin tuna. But I'm trying for salmon. Hopefully I'll wash the skunk off of me and get my first salmon of the year. I will turn this off instead of pausing it so that I don't lose any files like I did last time. Lonely Kayaker, checking out. Talk to you soon. All right, I'm out here. My bait is down about 25 feet. I just passed through a bunch of bait, and there's a seal chasing after me. I hope this fucking thing doesn't hook up on my I hope I don't hook a seal, because I don't know what to do if I do. I probably have to cut the line, because it probably might pull me off my boat. Get lost, seal. They understand English. All right, Lonely Kayaker. Signing off for now. Hi, it's me again. The Lonely Kayaker. The white zone is for loading. All right. It is pretty choppy out here. It said 2 to 4 foot swells at 9 seconds, which means swells come every 9 seconds, about 2 to 4 feet. But it's like a washing machine out here. It's pretty freaking choppy. But I'm braving it. Hi, it's me again. Well, first kayaker got a 23-inch salmon. I got a hit, and it didn't pop off my downrigger, so I thought maybe it was just, I don't know, a jellyfish or something, and I went to check my bait, and about 20 minutes later, and it was a little croaker on it. So, no salmon for the Lonely Kayaker yet. Hi, it's me again. So it is 8:25, not a bite. There's not a lot of action on the radio either, so I don't think anybody else is doing that well. Might be time to say the prayer to the fish gods. Fish gods in the ocean. Give me a salmon and stop this motion. Amen. All right, Lonely Kayaker. Checking out again. Hi, this is Lonely Kayaker. So it is getting really rough out here. It's now 10:16. It is windy. It's like a washing machine. There's white caps everywhere. Nobody's catching anything. So I'm gonna go over to this reef over here and try for a rockfish maybe, or a ling. See what happens. Then I'm gonna head in. A lot of guys are heading in now. People have been throwing up in their kayaks. It's that rough out here. Scary as shit. But that's kind of what I like about kayaking in a way, at least until I fall out. Hopefully I won't. Okay, Lonely Kayaker, signing off. Hi, it's me again, the Lonely Kayaker. It's getting really rough out here. A guy just fell off his kayak. It just flipped. He got back on. But it's getting really hairy out here. I think these guys are jigging for rockfish. I've been doing it, and it's just, it's too rough. I'm heading in. I mean, it's getting really kind of scary. People have been puking. Guy fell off his kayak. Like he might be taking on water. I don't know. But I'm trying to get back in. So I got nothing. Total skunk out, friends. You would think I didn't know how to fish. Maybe I don't. But the bright side is nobody else caught any either, so maybe they're just not biting today. This has been the Lonely Kayaker. I'll close out with another song about not catching fish. Thank you for listening, friends. You know how to find me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line, Butler, give it up, you can't fish. Those fish that are in your freezer, you clearly bought them. Put that in the subject line. Find the show at rockandrollgeek.com. Please keep the donations coming. Without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled, getting thrown off your kayak and eaten by sharks kind of death. I'll talk to you tomorrow, friends. Hi, it's me again, the Lonely Kayaker. One addendum to this episode is when I was coming back in the harbor about, about 20 yards from the little landing, the little beach landing where the kayak rental place was. There's where we launch is where they rent kayaks to the tourists to just paddle around around the harbor. Well, I was paddling in, and something jumped straight out of the water. I mean, straight up, came out of the water like 6 feet up, and then went back down, like it was like jumping up to try to catch some bait or something. I said, holy shit, that looks like a shark. I look again, about 10 feet from my kayak, it happens again. I'm watching this time, and I'll be damned if it was not a shark, and it looked like the shark was about, I don't know, maybe 6 feet long, maybe 5-6 feet long. It looked like a great white shark. It had a white belly, a bluish gray, back part, and Brian, when I came home, it did this like 4 times right next to my kayak. I'm like, holy shit, did anybody see that? Nobody, of course, in Half Moon Bay, everybody, all the tourists, they all have masks on, and everybody's all freaked out, and they don't socialize with each other. There were no other kayak fishermen near me. And I told Brian when I got home, and he Googled it, and he said that the only sharks that really are known to jump out of the water are great whites, makos, and threshers. And I know it wasn't a thresher shark because the tail of a thresher shark is about almost as long as its body, and it wasn't like that. And it was more of a bright blue than a thresher shark. I would know a thresher when I saw it. But so I am thinking there was a baby great white shark in the harbor jumping out of the water and right next to my boat. I don't know about you, I don't think I want to get eaten by a baby great white shark either, or even bitten. So there's a little addendum. All right, Lonely Kayaker, Signing off, friends.
It was a time of trouble and a time of greed. Kings lay with whores and begat thieves. Yeah, the world was wicked and their hearts were cold. Noah said to his missus, well, it's time to go. Lord said to Noah, before you throw that arm, you better save me a space for my hammerhead shark. Whoa, yeah, the hammerhead shark. Nah, Johnny was bad, like to drink and fight. And he raised big hell every Saturday night. Well, the sheriff found him nearly broken in two. Sheriff said to Johnny, well, I think I know who. If he had teeth like knives and skin like bones, you must have rumbled it up with the hammerhead shark. The hammerhead shark. A woman went to court in a pleas and keep my husband away from me. He don't understand what a man should know. By the time I could teach him, he'd be far too old. Judge, I found a lover, ain't afraid of the dark. Honey, I'm in love with the hammerhead shark. Oh, hammerhead shark. Watch me now, watch me now. Here he comes. Take it easy, baby, take it easy. Watch me now, watch me now. Here he comes. Over there, over there. Women all over across the USA got spoiled to death in the hammerhead way. President went to Congress, here's what he said. Gentlemen, our honor has been betrayed. We're in deep water unless I miss my mark. Put out an APB on my hammerhead shark. A woman went to court in a pleas and keep my husband away from me. He don't understand what a man should know. By the time I can teach him, he'd be far too old. Beep bop baloola, baby, far too old. I found a lover, ain't afraid of the dark. Honey, I'm in love with the hammerhead shark. Whoa, the hammerhead shark. Wow. Yeah, the hammerhead shark. Hammerhead. Ooh, slow away, baby. It's just a hammerhead shark. Ooh, it's just shaking it. How. Yeah, swim a little fast now. Ooh, hey. Wow. It's a hammerhead shark. Yeah, the shark on the street, mama.
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.